The 90s kids have truly seen the growth and failure and positives and negatives of social media. We tap endlessly on our keyboards, chatting away with very same people we walked home with barely half an hour ago. We set status updates on MSN Messenger, handpicked from a gamut of lyrics, quotes, anything that projected us as remotely cool. It was the first time we could freely talk to our best friends, barely friends and frenemies, veiled by a computer screen. It was a classic case of what happens on MSN Messenger stays on MSN Messenger, a thought that subconsciously comforted us. That to me was the true advent of social media. Over the years, the intent stayed constant, but the platforms and features increased exponentially. In 2006, when we were past our regrettable Orkut phase, we discovered Facebook, but it was soon overtaken by our boomer parents. In 2010, we were introduced to Instagram. Users could only upload a single photo or video with a sepia-style filter and a caption. Millennials flocked to Instagram as a temporary escape from the overdose of features, advertisements, Gen X and baby boomers on Facebook. A picture is worth 1,000 words, and Instagram is a testament to that. Amplifying the concept of less is more, Snapchat, another multimedia sharing mobile only platform, was launched, but with a twist. Photos and videos with short captions would self-destruct within 10 seconds. CEO and co-founder Evan Spiegel first launched the app from the living room of his father's home in July 2011. 2 years later, around the same time, stories were added to the platform. Facebook attempted to buy out Snapchat for $3 billion, an offer Spiegel declined. Come August 2014, 40% of adults in the United States were using the app on a daily basis. But Snapchat's growth didn't end there. In following years, Snapchat rolled out Discover, lenses or filters, snap streaks, memories, and integrated Bitmojis, all of which have remained an integral part to the app. The company received a significantly larger buyout offer, this time valued at $30 billion from Google, which Spiegel declined again. Snapchat was the it platform at the moment, and nothing could seem to knock it down. A mere 3 years after its launch, Snapchat's rise was exponential, to say the least. The photo sharing app quickly got over 100 million users in its first few years, and between 2015 and 2016, Snapchat had more than doubled its users, falling a little shy of 300 million on a daily basis. With numbers increasing faster than any other social media platform at the time, Snapchat's rise to success made it obvious that this was not just a fad, but a lasting movement. What made the rise so impressive was that even Spiegel, the CEO of Snapchat, and his team even started monetizing the app in creative ways, from acting as a platform that made the concept of influence popular to convincing brands and celebrities alike that vertical videos were the next big thing. Snapchat was on the path to becoming a brand new trendsetter. To make sharing on this app all the more exciting, Snapchat introduced geo-filters and started playing around with celebrity stories and creative placements of banners. Monetization through this app was at an all-time high. Users were happy, advertisers were happy, and the core Snapchat team was ecstatic. Everything was falling into place perfectly. Spiegel as a CEO was extremely effective. He knew what his core audience wanted and knew how to deliver the right things at the right time. Unfortunately, he didn't have the resolve to see the bigger picture. One of the primary things which went wrong for Snapchat was they didn't see the growth was necessary because it needed to be more than what people were doing. Spiegel refused to see beyond the data and to think beyond what was already there. In the same year when Snap turned over its biggest quarter yet, Instagram rolled out its own version of user stories in August 2016. This was the turning point that ultimately led to Snapchat's eventual downfall. Users of both platforms were originally repulsed by Instagram stories, which were merely used as an outlet for users to post Snapchat handles and dismissed the new tool together. Over time though, users became accustomed to seeing stories appear at the top of their feed and slowly began experimenting with the feature. At first, many users would post the exact same content to both Snapchat and Instagram without a second thought. Now Instagram stories have evolved into a beast of their own, amplified by doodles, GIFs and location tags. All elements that Snapchat has, sure, but Instagram just does it better. Namely, Instagram stories has become an important element for brand pages and audience engagement that goes beyond a single post. Snapchat attempted a full-fledged redesign to fight social media giants like Facebook, Instagram and Twitter. They were desperate to own the space that no one else did with an idea that sounded novel, separate the social from the media. In an initial attempt, the redesign caused a lot of confusion in terms of navigation. Users didn't know where to go to find their friend stories because they were so well embedded in the social tab, which was a log of sent and received snaps as in the original Snapchat. In a subsequent attempt, Snapchat combined friend stories with those of celebrities, ad plugins and content pieces under the Discover button. This created a disconnect. Why was I seeing my friend stories along with the Daily Mail? A glaring takeaway from Snapchat's redesign was more features, more confusion. To make matters worse, Kylie Jenner, who previously used Snapchat to engage with her fans and generate hype surrounding her company Kylie Cosmetics and bring millions of users to the platform in the process, tweeted in February, "So does anyone else use Snapchat anymore, or is it just me? This is so sad." Her audience primarily comprises of teenagers and young adults, Snapchat's primary demographic, and her tweet received over 365,000 likes in the agreement. The result of her statements, Snapchat market value was sliced off overnight by more than 1.5 billion. Kylie now keeps to Instagram to engage her audience and posts daily content about her lifestyle, which has only continued to increase her following. Still love you though, Snap, Jenner tweeted as a follow-up, "My first love." Jenner's tweets didn't alone cause the decline, but highlighted how unhappy users were with the redesign. Many believe that this was the end of Snapchat. From the second quarter of 2018, Snapchat slowly began hemorrhaging users, and by the end of 2018, shares were below $5 each. In contrast, when they went public in early 2017, shares were $17 each. To say many were pessimistic about Snapchat's future would be an understatement, but Snap has managed to claw its way back. They consistently release new features, new ad units, new partnerships, and redesign their Android app, which has meant they could further expand into countries such as India, which has grown 40% year on year. Differentiation was key to continued growth. Snapchat's initial success was down to its ephemeral messaging and privacy, but along with copying pretty much every other function they've released, Instagram was now coming after that too, with its new close friends only Thread app, which launched in 2018. But Snap announced the total daily time spent watching its Discover content had increased 40%, which at the moment was probably Snapchat's best differentiator from other social platforms, such as Instagram. Snap continued to roll out new content for Discover and new ad formats that enabled brands to tap into popularity of its TV-style programming, which is shorter per episode than traditional TV, but more aligned to Snap usage. The company also attributed some of the uptick in user numbers to long-awaited redesign of the Snapchat app for Android users, which make up a slim majority of smartphones in the US, but are an overwhelming market leader in the rest of the world. Even after its bounce back, Snapchat isn't close to the social media behemoths that are Facebook and Instagram. That's why the platform doesn't plan on slowing down anytime soon. In 2020, Snap is preparing to launch a Bitmoji TV series, which users can personalize using their own animated Bitmoji characters. Expected to live within Snapchat's Discover section, the new series is expected to debut in February 2020. How frequently Snap plans to release the episodes and how it plans to monetize Bitmoji TV is unknown. This isn't Snap's first attempt to turn Bitmoji into something more than digital stickers and games. For example, Snap has already had success with Bitmoji Stories, a cartoon starring users and their friends. In December 2018, the unique content offering reached more than 40 million viewers. Pure play digital platforms like Snapchat and Facebook are pumping out original content, research suggests. Thanks in part to such efforts, Snapchat is growing faster than some researchers expected. By the end of the year, eMarketer, a market research company, expects the app to boast about 293 million users worldwide. If accurate, that would represent about 14% growth year over year, which is more than the research firm was previously expecting. If you want to learn more about companies that surround you, be sure to hit that subscribe button to keep up with our future videos. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, it doesn't cost you anything and it helps us out a lot. Thank you for watching.